no.
No.
We're starting again we've had a bad week, guys.
Why is it always a bad week?
We're so stressed. Maybe it's London. Maybe we need to get out of London.
Legit, the Bali ones who were like, hey.
Yeah, like, hi, we're in Bali, sunshine.
Yeah,
Here is
no.
doom and gloom while
It
things go
is.
boom. It's very, very not good.
I'm really struggling to keep the pep up these days.
The pep is not in the step. Maybe after we have a holiday in Dubai,
Yeah, in a
we're
whole
going
month.
to Dubs, guys,
I mean,
for a holiday.
Let's hope there's no drums. I'm joking. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Speaking of dating,
we won, but shall we? How's the dating going?
dating has actually been quite nice. It's hard to balance, really, though, when you're a busy gal like me.
What I will say, guys, Helena's dating life has been the absolute highlight of my summer.
I don't know if you should be saying this, just
Why?
in case some of my things be watching.
Yeah, they should know that Helena is a hot commodity upon the market.
True. Yeah.
And it's been great. I'm loving viewing.
Viewing.
I am subscribed to this season of Hell's Hot Summer.
On this season of Ready to Die.
When I was dating our friend Lee, she used to call my dating life Ashley's Island.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and she used to be like, so what's going on Ashley's Island this
oh,
week?
I want an island.
You can't, you're having a hot summer.
Fine.
But maybe in autumn. We could vacate to the
I'm
island.
hanging up the boots by then. It's too cold and I'm tired.
Oh, girl.
I'm tired.
It's tiring.
And
It's
also, I
tiring.
don't care about the free food.
It's not about the free food. You're not going dating for the free food.
Yeah.
I don't think, I mean, I don't know. Do people in their 30s date for the free food anymore?
Yes.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, all over TikTok, I see girls being like, I'm
When
here
I
for the
was young,
food.
I did. But like
Oh,
now, I
yeah.
wouldn't.
In my 20s, that's the only reason why I was there most times. I was like, food, okay. That's the only way to get me out the house.
Yeah, I was there for the food in my 20s. But now, I think because we get so much free stuff, I'm just like, we go for free dinners all the time because of our job, guys. We're content creators. We're creating content. I don't need a man to do that.
Yeah. I don't need a man to make it happen.
I'm good at feeling free.
I get up being me. I mean, I've seen this Reddit post. I've been
Right.
a Reddit gal lately.
Right. Yeah, you
and
really are in your Reddit era.
I know, it's so crazy on there.
Yeah, honestly, there's like a subheading for everything.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
People talk about their balls on there.
What, their balls?
Yeah. Anyway.
Like men's balls.
Yeah. And their wives and shit. People come on to like complain and ask questions
I'm
about
not
their
gonna lie,
wives.
the Am I the Assholes? Love them.
I don't know that.
Oh, so Am I the Arsehole is basically when someone comes on and is like, okay guys, am I the arsehole? And then they'll explain a situation.
Maybe I need to do this.
And then people will like comment back and forth and like you'll basically get an idea of like, are you the arsehole? And people read,
I quite like this.
so the people read them out. Like some people's podcasts are only Am I the Arseholes? And they just read them out and discuss them. Maybe we should do an episode on that. Let us know,
Yeah,
guys.
that sounds fun.
Because that's actually kind of fun.
Okay, so this week we're going to talk about, is dating in your 20s better than dating in your 30s?
100%.
It's very different, I think.
I don't even need to be convinced. I know the answer.
But this girl in this post, so she says, for context, I'm in my late 20s and haven't honestly been able to date due to me focusing on finishing my education. And the fact that I'm not the most attractive guy, it's a guy, the fact that I'm not the most attractive guy around, this is a reality I accept without any issue. Oh, babe.
Poor thing, man.
Sorry, this is the first time I'm reading this. I'm just like, oh, poor guy. Because of this, I'm projecting myself getting into dating in my 30s after I improve my financial situation and personal fitness. Currently dieting, drinking only water, and going on daily walks.
I love that
Go
for
off,
you.
King.
Health is wealth.
However, the trend I seem to be seeing lately is that dating in your 30s somehow is worse than dating in your 20s. Because of this, I do wonder if I missed out on the best time to be dating or developing a good relationship with somebody. I figured it would be good to get some perspectives on this, seeing as I obviously do not know any better. What are your thoughts on this?
I think your 20s are the test run to your life. In your 20s, you have the opportunity to date freely, to try different jobs, to do different things. You're probably the least responsible adult in your adult terms of life. You know what I mean? Like you're not a teenager, so you're older, you know better, you have more opportunities at your hand, you can do more, but you also don't have the responsibilities of someone in their 30s. So like you can literally like live life. So I feel like you should date, but maybe you shouldn't date to marry.
Yeah.
You should date to like experience life and meet new people and have experiences. I'm not saying you should be a schlor and be slanging your dick around or fanny, but I'm saying you should have some life experiences.
Yeah. I did see this TikTok. I was looking for it, but I don't think I can find it the other day, where it was basically girls showing their Hinge profile, and it was all these guys over 30. So like 31, 34, 36, and all of their like, what does it say? Like relationship, like what you want out of the relationship.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
It was all like, exploring my options, or like whatever the options are on Hinge, where it's like figuring out my dating goals. Like they all had that. And this
You
girl
should
was
have
like,
that figured out by 30.
It's the ghetto. What's going on?
Yeah, you should have that. You should have that figured out by 30. I can't lie.
I feel like men though can't. Well, actually, no, they can. I was gonna say men can't go on a dating app and put looking for my like number one.
Yes,
but
they
actually, yeah, they
can.
can. They can.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
I
Because
think a lot of 30-year-olds are still figuring out their dating goals, which isn't a problem. I think you just need
yes,
to know
it
what you're
is
doing.
a problem. You don't know what you want at 35. Like, fuck me. Come on, sort it out, mate.
I definitely had like fun in my 20s, and by fun I don't mean like
Slanging around.
yeah, exactly. Because when you say fun, I feel like people mean
Yeah, same.
people think you mean that, not slanging around, just like. Just, you know, like meeting people and going out with people and like not necessarily like being in love with that person, but being like, sure, I'll go out with you, and just having
Yeah.
a different experience.
Go on dates, travel, try new things. Maybe
Also got my heart broken.
get
a
your heart
couple
broken,
times.
fall in love,
Argue.
learn who you are, learn what you like, learn what you want. You know, do all those things in your 20s, and then in your 30s you can be a bit more serious about it. And if you don't want kids, you could be serious about it in your 40s, to be honest.
Yeah. But the
Like-
dating pool in your 30s, like I'm on like dating TikTok at the moment, and like a lot of it is about how like what are the gals doing? Like where not where are the men, but like where are the men?
Where are the men? Because I've only been in a relationship for a year, so I'm not that far out of the game. And I can honestly
Yeah.
say, the boyfriend that I have, there was 10 other guys that I was talking to, and none of them made it. None of them had a chance
Yeah.
past the first date. That's a very bad odds.
I think the men are at home though.
The men are
Like 30 plus men.
no, they're not at home.
I think
They're
they
out.
are.
They're outside, but they don't approach women anymore.
I think a lot of my male friends, like they don't really go out like that, and they're not. A lot of them aren't on dating apps either. So like,
Bro, I've seen Taser's events. They look packed to the brim. So these men, they must be outside somewhere.
how do you know they're 30 plus and suitable suitors?
That's true. I don't know their age.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's a good point.
I do think 30 plus though, like you do get very like comfortable with being like by yourself, and like you've got your job, you've got all your like you got your friends, you've got like your life kind of.
I
like,
think you're
set
talking
for
from a
you.
female perspective, though. I don't think men are as comfortable being
Some
alone.
people, I have
I
heard
don't-
like some people. I've heard some men I've spoken to be like, "This is why like I don't. It's not a priority dating because they can fuck around and do whatever they want, and at the end of the day, they go home to their own house and they're happy and they do their job and whatever, and they can go fuck someone else the next day."
Yeah, but I do feel like a lot of guys want to settle down now. Like a lot of my male friends anyway that I've spoken to, the ones that are single, they do want to settle down. They do want to find someone. They just don't know where. And I do think I agree, like a lot more of the time, like in your 30s, you are at home more. Like you're not out on the roadside like you would have been in your 20s. However, that doesn't mean the want's not there. Well, from my experience anyway, I find that my female friends are less bothered than my male friends, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, my female friends are way less bothered than the male friends are.
But men, I think, also just like will settle for kind of like anything. Like they don't have as much specifications as us. Like a lot of females were like tall, job, this much money, this whatever.
I mean, I disagree with that.
my male friends are just like pretty, has a job, is doing okay. I'll take her.
I think I think men have like less less expectations in certain things. So for instance, I think a lot of men don't care how much money you make. I don't think they care what job you have, as long as you
how
have a
tall
job.
you are.
Like they don't how tall you are. However, that doesn't mean they don't the specifications on things like body, hair, looks, things like, oh, has she got a kid? You know, she has a kid, and did she bounce back? Like, how does her body look now? Like all those things, I think men have a much longer list than we do.
Yeah.
However, I think that men can be unrealistic because a lot of the times with my male friends, the girls I saw them dating in their 20s, they were a lot hotter than the girls they settled down with. But because they couldn't, the baddies essentially who were in the club doing up club, they can't settle down with them gal.
Yeah.
So they settle for a bit more of a good girl who's a bit more maybe beige, but it's
That's
easy. It's
wifey though.
it's a more of a wifey material woman.
Yeah.
So, but I think when it comes to like criteria, I think men's expectations are a little higher than ours in like terms of like, look, how many of your friends like their man have like dad bods?
Not that many, you know.
Really?
No.
I've seen a couple dad bods out there.
Really?
Yeah. and people are just settling for it because they're just like, yeah, fine.
I feel like a lot of my female friends like are not in the settling mode. They're very much like, a lot of my female friends are single because they're like, no thanks.
Yeah, but that's what I just said though.
Oh, I thought you said that the female friends with
who are in relationships, not people looking, people that are in relationships. I feel like the men kind of like stagnate a little bit and girls stay with them.
I think if you've been with someone for ages, you can't just throw him away now because they got a dad bod, you know?
Yeah, but I don't think you should either. But I think when you're getting your mum bod, I think they're going to say something.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know, I think they're going to encourage you. It might even not even be like, oh, babe, like you don't look good. It might just be oh, babe, like why don't we go gym? They'll encourage you. Whereas I think a lot of girls will just kind of let their man just
sometimes
like...
it's the other way around. I know a girl who like, she's just had a baby and she's like forcing her man to come with the gym with her. And he's like, oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Has he got the dad bod?
I don't know. I've never looked at him like that. But
I mean, I'm sure you can see it through the t-shirt.
not really. I've only met her man like a few times.
Okay,
so I don't know.
I think girls' expectation... I think my girlfriends are not bothered about dating. They will... if someone good comes along, they're like, cool. They'll try, but they're more like... whatever, it is what it is. Whereas I think my male friends who are single, I do think they are actively trying. They're not cancelling the Hinge app. They're keeping the Hinge app and just keep scrolling.
A lot of my male friends aren't on the apps, you know.
Really? So how do they meet people?
Just outside.
Where?
Like, I don't know, either through like friends recommendation.
Recommendations?
Or like
have you ever had a recommendation date?
I went on a double date recommendation date.
How was that?
That was not good.
No.
I don't think I've ever been on a recommendation actually.
No, I've never been on a recommendation.
What are all my friends doing?
The thing is, I get why people don't do recommendations, because if I recommend someone for you and it fucks up, I'm like, ugh, fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever been on a recommendation day?
No. But I have dated someone through a friend. So like I met this guy through one of my close male friends and it ended in shit and it was bad. And after that I was like, let me stay away from these like friends.
Wait, actually, now I'm trying to think how I met somebody. It technically was a recommendation, but not like, oh, here, you two should like go out. I just met him and then we started dating and my friend was dating his friend. So I guess sort of ish.
I've had those kind of situations too when it's like, oh yeah, like me and my best friend were dating. I was dating this guy and then he was like, oh, like we should all go out together, and he brought his cousin and then we were all kind of dating. And then when they started and then they stopped and then it was awkward because we were both like, fuck.
Yeah.
I now like very much in a mind frame of like your dating should be separate at the beginning, like separate from like your life. Because I think I've had too many situations where my friendships and my relationships have been intertwined. So I feel like that needs to come after for me now.
I mean, my friendships and relationships be intertwined.
Girl, you stay intertwined.
I'll be like the grape man.
Okay, so basically, is dating better in your 30s? 100%.
I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that. I feel like you just put up with less, but the pool is so much smaller.
Yeah, I think there's a smaller pool. But I think if you had known your worth and had standards in your 20s, the pool would have always been small.
That's true, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was just doing up anything.
So now sometimes I look back and I'm like, what were you thinking, bro?
They did like the absolute bare minimum.
Minimum wasn't even in their vocabulary.
Yeah.
Like it was giving basic. It was giving this man doesn't like you. Why are you here?
Yeah.
Like that's
and
crazy.
A lot of them didn't have money. Like I remember like one of my exes, like I literally was like paying for his life.
Okay, so the one thing I was never doing was I was never dating a poor boy. I tried once. I tried one poor boy and I knew there was one day, I'll never forget this. We were at his house and then he was like, oh, let's go grab something to eat. We went to like the fish and chip shop. The food couldn't have been more than £4. And he was like, oh, can you pay for this? And I was like, you are so stingy. This is why I don't date poor people.
Yeah, a lot of my exes have been poor, sadly.
No.
I've really been fucking it up.
After that, I never looked at him the same. I was like, you're poor.
Did he not have his card?
He just thought I should pay because, you know, sometimes I should pay. And I was like, it's £4.
At least you're paying for the £4 thing.
Yeah, but he was stingy anyway. Like, he was stingy anyway. I was like, you're fucking poor. I don't want to date.
But in your 20s, you are poor. So like,
I hadn't dated a poor boy before that in my 20s.
I mean, I also think if you're gonna take a girl out, like, and definitely when you're the one who's like orchestrating the date, like, make sure that you have the cash to support the date.
The thing is, because we were quite young, I don't even think we went on that many like dates out.
Yeah,
like we were doing like the bet because like we were like 23, 24.
Like car date. I had a lot of car dates. Jesus.
Yeah, I had a lot of car dates too.
Oh my god, car dates was like,
Just drive somewhere, sit in the car, chat shit.
yeah, chat. But I actually used to like that.
I mean, I
was
enjoyed
actually
it.
quite
I feel like you
nice.
connect.
Yeah,
You know,
really
on a
do.
deeper level.
You really
However,
do.
it also meant poorness. You were poor.
Yeah.
But like, but I had a lot of times when we'd go for like dinner and then we would sit in the car and just chill and chat. Because I couldn't take you back to my
Yeah.
mom's house and I wasn't going back to his mom's house. So we were just sitting in the car chatting.
Or we'd go like cinema and then just sit in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sitting in the car was a vibe.
It was back
That
then.
was literally the date.
the
Fucking
car.
hell.
Yeah, car date. Poor cheapness. But I didn't date a lot of poor boys. So I actually had like proper like fancy dates.
I used to date South guys, so they were all quite poor.
Same.
sadly.
And they weren't poor.
Oh.
No,
I
I was
wasn't finding
I was in a different
which
pool
ones.
of South, clearly.
Yeah.
I was in the non-poor pool.
Oh.
And I'm never dipping.
Nice.
Once I dipped my toe in that poor bucket, found out what it was like. I was like, I'm not going back, girl. I'm not going back there.
Yeah, because that was the ghetto. I was chasing a guy for like £200 for like 2 years, I remember.
Another thing I never did was lend a man money.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Rookie era.
No.
Lending a man money is wild.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
It's alarming.
I wish I could talk to me then.
Girl, I wish I could talk to you then.
Because that was not like, yeah, nuts.
No.
Not
I
even
dated
worth it.
a drug dealer once and I didn't really fancy him that much, but he was a really nice guy. So we really just got on like talking and stuff. But he was very like, he was shook with me. Like he would like sit in the car, but he would never touch me. He'd be scared to like hug me and everything. I don't know why. And he would bawl out. Like we'd go to like the cinema and after I'd be like, oh, let's get some food. He'd be like, let's get some food. And I'd be like, oh, let's go to Nando's. He was like, no, let's go to Hakkasan. Like it was always a Hakkasan or a Nobu or something.
That's crazy.
And I was just like, sure. I never even kissed this man. Never even kissed him.
I had one that I didn't kiss and he'd take me to Hakkasan.
And sometimes I'd get to the
He was
car.
also a drug dealer.
Oh, maybe it's the same guy. And like
He took me
sometimes
to the strip club once.
oh no, we never went that far. I don't think it was him because I don't think he would have dated
I
this
think
guy.
this guy was from like North.
No, this was from South. And like one time, like no, almost every time I would come out of my house, he'd come to my house, pick me up, and I'd come into the car, and there would be a gift on the chair, Tom Ford perfume, trainer, always be something.
Really?
And I'll just be like, this boy, and he'd always be like, oh, like you're too good for me, man. Like you're just a good girl. Like you're too beautiful. Like I just couldn't do that to you. Like I just enjoy being in your presence. My man never.
Let's bring him back.
He never
Where is
even tried to
now?
hold my hand. Like nothing.
Where is he
I
now?
don't know.
Bring him back.
He had a kid and everything.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you never. No, that wasn't you. I was like, I thought you never dated someone with a kid. I'm like, no, that wasn't you.
Yeah. This was probably the only guy with the kid, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Mm.
And that was before like I really like was doing up proper like fancy place. Like he was taking me anyone that's fancy in Mayfair, we went. And I was just like, should I pay? And he was like, are you mad? I was like,
Yeah, because he's got the
"Of course,
cash.
I wasn't paying for shit.
I remember when I
I don't
dated
think I even
this
have
guy
my bank
once.
cards.
He took out the
the drug wad.
Oh my god.
He was really dating the drug dealers.
Yeah, the drug one. That was more embarrassing.
Yeah, the drug wad's not cute.
No.
Like at least have a card, even if you're 419.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's also another difference because that would never be a thing now.
Yeah,
Well, not for me
I would be
anyway.
embarrassed if my man pulled out like a wad of cash.
What if my mum was a drug dealer? I also
Well,
just
also
wouldn't be.
embarrassing. Yeah.
I mean, if he was like the top of the top, then
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't live on the edge anymore.
no, I don't have it in me.
Imagine you're at home and then you just like boom, boom, boom on the doors. The police. Crazy.
Police is the least of your worries.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, I've not got it in me.
Like the mafia.
The mafia.
The mafia.
Yeah, I've not got it in me to date on the other side of the law anymore.
No.
But I did in my 20s, I can't lie. I think it was until I was about 28 that was when I was like, okay, I've got to really date a law-abiding citizen now. Yeah. Before that, I was like, yeah, whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I just never I never wanted that for me.
I didn't want it for me either.
And I
but-
remember my sister dated this like super like ghetto guy from my area. I don't even know the ins and outs, but like I'm sure they were going to come after her one day because of like yeah, like I remember hearing this. I was young and I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna date a drug dealer, you know.
Do you know what? One time I was dating this guy. He was quite young in the food, like on the food chain. Like we were probably like 14,
The food
15.
chain.
As in like he was like young in the Mandem food chain.
Oh.
And like I remember he had like I don't even want to say the word. Like he had a weapon
Where?
under his bed, and he showed it to me, and I was like, I can never come back here.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, but like this guy I had been dating for a long time. I still know his mum. Like,
How's he doing now?
Oh, pretty well. He's doing all right. He didn't go to jail or
Is
anything.
he like law abiding now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I was like, this is crazy. I think that was when I was like, bro. But I was young. This was when I was mad young. I think I was probably like 16, 17. And I was like, what the ass is this? Like, I was like, this is too much. This is too far.
I dated some ghetto guys, but not on that level.
I don't think it was his. I think someone older than him had given it to him to like take care of for them.
That's nuts.
And I was like, this is wildness.
Yeah, that's not good.
I'm not going to say what it was, guys, but I think you can work it out.
You think?
Yeah, that one was crazy. That was
Do you
crazy.
remember when I was with the guy who had the weapon in the and like gun in the drawer?
Well, I mean, in America, it's kind of like a normal thing.
Not in that state. It's illegal. Yeah, you can't have not in that state.
Also, so like you date Americans. So like imagine if like the man you decide to settle down with is an American and he just like has the weapons. How do you feel about that?
I wouldn't want it in my house.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. You know, statistically, this fact has stuck with me because it was so crazy to me. Statistically, you are more likely to get shot with your own gun.
Yeah.
If an intruder comes into
I've
your
seen
house.
that. Yeah.
I was like, what? Because obviously just having it, and most people have it, but they don't like skilled.
I just think it's like I've got family members who have like gun safes and stuff, and I just
That's
think like
crazy.
for what? Like I get this crazy people. I don't know. It's a hard one because then you see the crazy people in America and like people getting kidnapped and this that, and the rest of it, and it is kind of nuts. But then I guess you just have to live in like a safe area. Does that help? I don't know.
I don't think it matters. I think if someone wants to come with their guns, they're gonna come. But I think the thing about it is, if you're more likely to end up hurt having it, just don't have it.
And you have to be prepared to use it.
I'm not prepared to use anything.
No.
I don't even like when I went to America, people are like, do you want to go to a gun range? I'm like, no.
Oh, I would do that.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I don't even want to touch it. I just don't like it at all. It makes me feel really on edge. So I just don't think I'd want to even go to a gun range.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if he loved me, he'd get rid of the guns.
Maybe
also, he wouldn't. I just
he
think
wants to keep the right to his Fifth
No,
Amendment.
the Fourth Amendment has nothing to do with anything.
What's the gun one?
The gun law. I don't know. I wouldn't date somebody who like is into all that stuff. That's like Trump supporters.
No, it's
Hello?
not. You'd be surprised. Hun. With all these data belter people.
Who?
You know, these sorority data belter.
That's not why he had a gun.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, I think the American mentality. Sorry, we're like really pivoting here, but like, I think the mentality there is very much like, it's like if they're in like that mindset, they become quite like what's that thing? Gang mentality. Like, you know, everyone has this, you can easily become part of that mentality because everyone else around you's doing it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I meant. So like, I feel like in a certain states where everyone has one, a lot of people would just have it because everybody has one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather he has it than I have it. But
Yeah, but if it's in your house.
might just shoot me one day. He had it coming.
He had it coming. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it in the house because then like if I get angry, imagine one day, next thing you know, I'm wrapping him in the carpet. He's cheating and I'm like, you gotta go. Yeah,
you got
it's
to
not
go.
safe.
Yeah, it's not. I just don't think it's safe. I just don't think it's necessary.
Anyway, we've digressed completely. About gun violence.
But the whole point of this conversation is a quick up, guys.
In your 20s, don't date guys with guns.
In your 20s, date, be free, live your life. And don't
let anybody's son take you for idiot.
Don't let anybody's son take you for idiot.
Yeah,
guys.
it's just like that's one thing. If I could go back to my 20-year-old self in terms of dating, I'd just be like, girl,
I think
get up out of there.
teaching my future daughter that her self-worth from early, because she needs to be like, I'm gonna be that mum that's like taking my daughter to the club to have pop bottles at a table so she knows someone's son don't impress her. That's my vibe.
Yeah,
like my daughter's not gonna be impressed by your little basic sons. And I'm saying daughter because I'm not having a son. I'm having a daughter.
Okay.
If I have a pick me, then it will be a little girl.
But we will continue with the dating.
I think the next episode we might do what's it called? The arsehole episode. I think that would be fun.
Yeah,
because they're really fun. But yeah, guys, that was a quickie.
That was.
We hope you enjoyed it.
We'll have to do another deeper. We don't think we answers my guy's question. Poor guy just still thinks he's ugly and whatever his question was. That we didn't
Basically,
answer.
in your 30s, you're now 30, you know what you want, don't settle for less, be strong-minded, and there's someone out there for everyone, King. Because I think there is.
I think there is.
I mean, from the things I've seen on the internet, there's definitely out there for someone,
Yeah, I think so.
no matter what you look like.
I agree.
It's about having heart.
Yeah, I agree too.
But yeah, thanks for coming to our suite. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.